Welcome back, YouTubers. I am Jason Worsma. That is Travis Ray. This is Tankers Fantasy Football, and today we'll be doing a 12-team live action draft for your asses because we got a fucking brand new draft board in the mail the other day.
We got it from our Benji Bros all the way from Brooklyn, New York. This is the first time that we will be opening it. As you see, we got the Stanley ready to go. This sucker hasn't even been cut open. So what we're going to do is we're just going to take a look, see what we got, give a shout out to them.
But before we do all of that, baby, we got a special treat for you. We made a little Tankers intro, and baby, we're going to kick that intro off right now, baby. Kick it.
The milkman, the paperboy, the evening TV. Everywhere you look, there's a heart.
Alright, now we're getting ready to open this sucker up. Let's see what we got in here, baby. What do we got? What do we got?
Like some
sexy deluxe.
nice
what the fuck we got going
board
on
here. Not paper, actual real. Nice, like a...
Some kind of tarp or something. Looks like a tarp.
This is nice. Let's see how many teams it's up to. Let's see how many
See, this is
spaces
Funbags proof. Funbags can't rip this bitch. You can't rip this shit, Funbags.
What do we got here?
This shit is fucking... You got a drunk guy like to rip the board down the wall and rip it in half? Well, he's gonna have a fucking tough task with the old fucking tarp material they got fucking working with that. This jabby.
Alright. The Fantasy Bros. All the way from Brooklyn, New York, like we said. Give you a nice pen with it. Alright. Let's get into some of these stickers here.
Gonna bust out all them player stickers, babe.
This is a nice board, though.
Jeez.
Not the paper, it's not magnetic, but that is actually durable. You can last the wind. Look at this. We got players' names, and they are color coordinated according to their team.
Wow, that's a lot.
Which
That's
is
nicer than
pretty
the other boards we got. Just have the straight up color coordinated toward the fucking position they are. So all the running backs are blue, you know, all the fucking wide receivers
Which honestly,
are yellow or whatever.
for me, I might like the position thing more.
I do.
Just so you can see your team from
They're
far
still
away.
doing the position thing though.
They got. Well, yeah. So what we got? Here's the names. As you can see, all the colors here are according to their team. But like he did mention, which I didn't see. Well, actually, you know what? Yeah.
They're all quarterbacks on that list.
Yeah, but
You
right
can't tell
here,
what
right here you got the little position. That'd be the only thing I would say is I do actually like having your different position, different colors,
Yeah,
just so you can kind of see it from a space.
of the draft,
And finding guys, you know, might have different things, but it does look sharp. And this is really good freaking quality stickers, it looks like, so I won't complain. This looks really nice. So once again, this is your boys, Fantasy Bros, Brooklyn, New York. Get on their website. They got that Instagram, they got that Facebook, they got that Twitter. Website is fantasybroshop.com. Check them out. This is some quality stuff. And what we're going to do with this board is we're going to pull guys out of the hat. And we've got 12 team ideas already made up here.
The Bears head all Dusty's go falling.
So we're going to go one by one. This will be the order that will start to do this draft in here. So number one overall is, I don't want to look, is me. So I got the number one overall pick.
What the fuck is that? Shit's fucking a fucking job.
Alright. Number two.
Number two-ski all up in there. We got the hype trains, the hype deluxes. This is the type of guy who is ready and willing to overpay 2, 3, maybe even 4 rounds. Just get that guy he likes that has been on the off-season Hyper Bowl, baby.
All right, number 3, We got the trusty Dusties. This is the guy, you know, shows up to the party, likes his boys a little bit more well done. Guys kind of in their 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th year, not really into these rookies.
Not really looking to take a risk on any of the hype trains like the guy who was picking before him.
Interesting, they're back to back.
Back to back. What we got here? We got some wide receiver heavy, baby. So this guy's going to go ahead and pass on that 4th running back and go straight into the Antonio Brown. Because we're going to have the wide receiver heavy guy lead off with 3 straight wide receivers in the first 3 rounds. And he's going to draft 5 wide receivers total in the first 10 rounds. And we're going to see whether the wide receiver love get you 4 out there.
All right. Next is you, 5th overall.
Wertsky. All right, what we got? We got phone a friend going out there for the 6th spot. We're going to try to call people during the show. Live action. Hopefully they fucking answer. We're going to be like, you got to pick a motherfucker right now. They're going to be like, a durr. But we're going to fucking force their hand and make them do it, baby.
All right, so 7th overall, just like with the wide receiver heavy, we got a running back heavy. Once again, we're doing 10 rounds. 3 running backs in a row to start the draft, and 5 of the first 10 picks will be running backs for this guy.
All right. Now we got some Homer Deluxe. This guy's going to go out there, see, you know, he's a Packer Homer or a fucking Viking Homer or a Bears Homer. He's going to go out there, he's going to draft
the only guys he's heard of on TV.
What he's familiar with.
NFC North only.
We're talking Fox, NFL Sunday guys that you only see when you're out there watching the regular channels on the broadcasting in the Midwest area. We're talking about guys that just be like, oh, I fucking know that guy, so I'm going to fucking use mine.
All right, another position heavy. We got quarterback and tight end here. We're going to have these guys pick a quarterback and a tight end, 1 apiece in the first 5 rounds, as well as second one of each position, rounds 6 through 10. So after 10 rounds, they'll have 2 quarterbacks, 2 tight ends.
See what the running backs and wide receivers are looking like for that guy. Right now we got the Hard Cox, baby.
Coming in this season, first Hard Cox appearance. Good old friend of the show. All right, 11th overall. Best available, who's ever atop the board, picking best available guy. And what that means, because we had 2 best availables, that the 12th pick will also be the best available. So 11 and 12 turn. It is going to be rough for Hard Cox guy getting around the best available guys.
The best availables out there, Hard Cox. Oh no, babe.
All right. So let's get some of these. I can see on these stickers, they give you the teams right here. You can write on in, and we can put them right on top of your draft board there. So let's take a look and get started. Here we go. I managed to pull the rabbit out of the hat. Number 1 overall. A couple guys I'm really looking at. I think Gurley and Bell are my top 2 favorite guys. I'm going to go with Gurley just because 2nd year in this offense. Last year absolutely blew it up with the new system here. And I think he only can get better in this system. Bringing in Cooks to put the extra pressure over the top, maybe less guys in the box. And I think the training wheels are off for Goff at this point. Oh, there he is.
Hey, yeah, I'm ready to load for you. All right, we got Hype Train up next. And I don't think any Hype Train in the first round is rolling any hotter than Alvin Kamara right now, baby. I think, you know, the Ingram suspension, you know, I think it's all in Kamara at this point.
I mean, Barkley is definitely hype being a rookie, but of number 2 overall, I feel like Kamara is definitely worthy of that. Right now, I think he's going 4th or 5th average. I think he's 5th average draft position right now, just above Antonio Brown.
The Hype Train is willing to pay the piper for guys that he loves, baby.
All right. So, trusty Dusties. And I'm thinking, if we're looking trusty, I think we're going away from running back. And I'm thinking get the number 1 PPR wide receiver for 3 or 4 years in a row now.
Like, what, 5 years of 100 plus
catches?
Receptions? I mean, my fucking God, he had, what, 6 games last year where he had 10 or more reception? I mean, that is just godlike, baby. all in on the Antonio Brown. Oh, baby, there he is. Boy, is he.
All right,
so
3 overall. The
sexy.
trustees. It don't get any better than basically guaranteeing yourself you got the number 1 overall wide receiver.
Oh, and we got the wide receiver heavy guy. He's at 4.
He probably would have loved to have Antonio
See,
Brown.
this is the type of time, you know, when you got your strategy, you're planning on going 3 receivers in a row. This is the type of time where you might have to bust that strategy open when a guy like Le'Veon Bell is on the board. But we're going to stick with his strategy, and we're going to give him DeAndre Hopkins, who was just a target lord. I mean, the guy only had 1 game last season under 8 targets, so all in. No one's more involved with their offense than DeAndre Hopkins in the NFL. I mean, if Watson can stay on the field for the whole season, we might be talking. I mean, Hopkins could easily
he played.
put up number 1 numbers.
I mean, Hopkins played great even with Watson getting
Yeah, with the Savage out there.
getting hurt at the end of the season. So, yeah, like you said, if there's a guy who can push up for being the number 1 PPR wide receiver, it can be Hopkins because he does get the catches enough and the targets to push over who Antonio Brown's going to get his 120 catches.
All right, I'm on the board. I've seen enough. I'm going to get Le'Veon Bell out of there, baby. I'm going to save you, Le'Veon, and put you on the word squad at 5.
All right, 6th overall. Phone a friend here.
Phone a
Make
friend.
call.
Gotta answer up, Fishbone. Gotta make that pick.
All right, yeah. You ready?
Fishbone on
All
the
right.
clock.
So taken, we got Gurley, Kamara, Brown, Hopkins, and Bell.
You know, you gotta do
Yep.
it, Fishman. You gotta
DJ's
stick
there.
Clinton, Iowa.
All right.
You gotta get some
David
Clinton,
Johnson
Iowa.
is the pick.
You gotta
Later.
do it. You gotta do it, Fishbone. You gotta bring home.
And this is a guy, right now, average draft position is number 3 overall. He wants to get 1,000 yards receiving, wants to get 1,000 yards
EDM
running.
represent.
I think he can do it if he plays 15, 16 games. I don't think there's any reason not to with
gotta
the
pay
other
the man,
weapons in this
Cardinals.
offense.
Pay the man, Cardinals. You can't be paying a guy like David Johnson $1.8 million for his sex, baby. You gotta pay the man, Cardinals. All right, who we got going?
Running back
heavy. He's got to take Zeke at this point.
It has to be Zeke.
It has to be Zeke. There's no other fucking way around it. It has to be Ezekiel Elliott right now. If you're talking about a guy, we just talked about David Johnson could go for 1,000. If you're looking at anybody on this list that can get you 2,000 rushing yards, I think it'd
And
be Zeke.
2,000 receiving.
Wow.
He might with these receivers.
I mean, Jesus, they're talking about what the fuck are they talking
Alan
about?
Hearns is the clear-cut number 1 guy.
Oh my God.
They love him.
How can you even say that? How can you even fucking say those words and feel any kind of fucking hope for the Dallas Cowboys?
Dude, it's bad.
What the fuck am I even?
Where's
Where the
Zeke
fuck? We
here?
ain't fucking Ezekiel Elliott's always fucking hiding from you, man. He's on the hide. He's on the hide train. Where are you?
There he is.
There he is. All right, and we got the NFC Homer up. He's gonna, he's the Packer Homer, but he's paying the price for Devontae Adams right now. Might be a little steep for him, but he's still gonna stick what he knows. He's still gonna stick in the NFC North. I think he's gonna go with Dalvin Cook from the Vikings.
I think it's got to be Dalvin Cook. I mean, even with the injury last year, he's shown he can be mid-range running back 1 all day long. Devontae Adams would have been the only other NFC North player who I think even has a sniff at making it in the first round. But I still think you got Odell Beckham. You still even guys like Julio, who even though I'm not a big of a fan of, I think you have to take Julio over a guy like Adams. So I think Dalvin Cook for the homer is
We
the
had
pick.
Tankers had what they had. It was Antonio Brown. We had Hopkins. We had OBJ. We had Michael Thomas at 4. Then Julio, and then we gave Devontae Adams. We are a little bit higher on Devontae Adams. The next guy, they got him more like the 8, 9, 10 range. We're sneaking him in there because I think the touchdowns will stay there, and I think the
The
targets.
yards have to go up.
I
He's
think the
never gone
targets
over
could go.
1,000.
I think the
but
targets
it's
could
there.
easily, if he could stay on the field, I think the targets could easily go up 30,
50.
40. Yeah, 50. I mean,
It could get crazy.
My
We
goodness.
could be talking 1,400 yards. Devontae Adams with 13 touchdowns.
yeah. I mean, that is the absolute ceiling. But that is a sexy deluxe thing. The guy hasn't hit you 1,000 yards yet in his career, but he's had
He could just blow
double-digit
it up
touchdowns
with Jordy
the
out.
last
He's
2
going to be
seasons.
the only guy that he truly has chemistry with at this point. I know they brought in Jimmy Graham. He's never really loved tight ends, but like you said, this is the only clear-cut wide receiver besides Cobb, who's mostly a guy in the slot and a gadget wide receiver, who he has good reputation with.
All right, we got the quarterback and tight end guy.
He's not getting one this round.
He's not going. He's not losing his fucking mind quite yet.
He wants Gronk, baby, but he's going to
sticking
hold
with
on.
the system. He's going to pull in some Kareem Hunt, who I think is the best player available at this point. He's going to keep it together.
Over Saquon?
You got to go a little bit. I mean, you got to like Andy Reid a little bit better than the Shermer. I do like the Shermer, but Andy Reid, you know, I mean, I just got a guy who's been there and done that. I'll favor him just a little bit more than I do Saquon.
All right, let's
He's
slap
been there,
him
he's
up.
done it there. He's done it, baby. All right, now I got my favorite.
All right, Hardcock's pick is in. Call him up here. Get him on the phone.
Fuck him up. I don't even know how the fuck we communicate through this phone. It's not even fucking plugged in. But we got a direct line to Captain Hardcock's on the phone. All right.
All right, guys. Michael Vick still available? Oh, I'm just fucking joshing you. I'm gonna go with Odell Beckham
This dude is
Jr.
fucked.
because I'm cock-locked, my cock is hard as a rock, and I am ready to die, bro. Ready to die.
Why do we keep letting this fucking guy be on the show? I don't know.
Well,
he is fucked.
Odell Beckham at 10 overall, though, could be the steal of the draft. And this guy easily top 3, top 5 pick at worst last year. There is the injury concern, come back with that ankle, and obviously the regression of Eli Manning. But if this guy has shown anything that he's capable of his first few years, this is an absolute steal at 10 overall.
Oh, fucking and old Hardcock's made himself a wise decision.
All right. So we're looking at the turn 11 and 12.
Both best available.
Both best available. We're looking at Fantasy Football Calculator ADPs.
Gotta stick
which
with
is
it.
where we go with. Next guy up, Saquon Barkley.
Saquon Barkley usually goes what, 8, 9 overall?
Right now he's at 7th overall.
7th overall, baby. The hype is rolling strong.
Hype Train thought about him at 2 overall, but took the little safety net of Kamara.
You gotta do it. Just like I said with Kareem Hunt versus Saquon, I think you gotta stick a little bit more trustworthy. An offense that's probably a little bit. I mean, you know, Pat Mahomes is a new quarterback, but you gotta think with the Watkins, with the Kelsey, with the Tyreek Hill, with the Kareem Hunt. I mean, that offense is still gotta be rolling.
All right. Next available. Right now, average draft position is at 8 overall. So once again, best available, getting great value with my boy Leonard Fournette at 12.
Fournette, we just gotta find him in the rubble. That is. All right, baby. Where are you, Leonard? Speak to me, Leonard. Talk to me, Leonard.
There we go.
All right, we found Leonard. All right, that is the first round of our live mock draft action. And yeah, I mean, I think it went pretty smoothly out there. If you like the cut of our jib, give us a like, give us a subscribe, give us some comments, give us a share, give us all that good shit, baby. And
once again, Fantasy Bros, look them up. They got the Instagram, they got the Facebook, they got the Twitter, fantasybroshop.com. Check out their boards. These boards are extremely nice. The stickers are awesome, very colorful. I wouldn't mind, I know you guys are listening, maybe something where these positions have something that defines them a little bit more. So like maybe all the RBs have a border of like lime green, all the wide receivers have a border of like, you know, neon pink, something where you can look it up and you can see, all right, this is a running back board. I know there's a little,
you know,
there's
people
a
like
little
to drink
RB.
at their fucking fantasy drafts. We gotta help them out with a little more Keller coordination, babe.
I mean, we're good.
Is it still rolling?
Yeah.
Fucking rolling.
It's still going. The little battery popped up, but fuck it. Here we go.
Rolling strong.
All right.
All right. See you round 2, baby. We back. Hit that cheeseburger. Cheeseburger.